walk me through how semaglutide is different than using something like a steroid.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I could see why there would be some similarities drawn. And if somebody wants to hang their hat on criticizing the use of it or shaming somebody for it, that's probably a pretty easy route to go. And because there's a similar concept there. It's like you're biohacking, you're using something to help you in a way that you wouldn't be able to get naturally. But the thing that I try to do for patients is help with the rationalization of it in an appropriate way. Because if we look at, the body is designed very well to hold on to weight and to make sure that no matter what you want to get more, just millions of years of evolution. And then just, the last 600 years or so, right, this huge shift, and where there's just this incredible abundance, and we have processed food. And then you couple that with modern society and social media and just, all-time anxiety and depressive rates, and then you couple that with all of the signaling from the diet world, of don't eat carbs or, and don't, whatever, everything is very about restriction, right? And about eat this specific way very rigidly and lose weight. And then you need to look like this, that's what's forecasted for us. And these signals are so strong, they're everywhere, that it makes sense that at the end of the day, it's going to be pretty hard to get out of a negative cycle when you just work 60 hours a week. You're still paycheck to paycheck. Your kids are struggling. And you try all day to white knuckle it to avoid the carbs or whatever, and you get home and you can't handle it anymore. And then you eat more than you thought you would or should, and then you feel depressed and you promise yourself you're not going to do it again, and then the next day it happens again. And it's very demoralizing for patients. I've had so many patients just in tears describing that cycle, and it's a very common cycle. And so what I honestly believe is that, for a modern society, that this class of medication this is just the beginning. There's a tidal wave of this coming, new GLP agonists with higher specificity for the good things and less for the things we don't want. Because studies are bearing out pretty well that it's largely cardioprotective. It's good for the brain. It's good for the gut. It literally promotes endothelial repair of some structures. It's good for the kidneys, if I didn't say that already. And it's definitely proving so far, anecdotally for me, what I see is, it seems to be very good for emotional health too, as long as you do it right.